Hello, I'm Michael Bybee. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. Harris County Judge Ed Emmet joins us today to talk about hurricane preparedness and to remind us it only takes one. Judge, good to see you.
Good to be back.
So as I mentioned, it only takes one. Preparedness is key. What do you recommend that people do?
Every year I recommend assume a hurricane is going to hit. If it doesn't hit, it's no harm, no foul. But if you make that assumption and you prepare yourself and your family and your property for the hurricane, then you're ready.
So what type of tips? I mean, should you have a kit ready, radio?
First and foremost, know whether or not you live in a zone that's likely to be evacuated.
Good point.
Because you have a different approach. If you live in a zone that's likely to be evacuated from storm surge, then you need to be prepared to evacuate. So you have to have a kit that you can take with you, put in the car, it has all the supplies, make provisions for your pets. If you live in an area where you're going to be asked to shelter in place, or now that fairly famous phrase of hunker down,
right?
Make sure you have all the supplies necessary to exist for 7 days. That's probably more than you need,
Sure.
but 7 days without electricity, without any sort of power, and so that you can protect your medicines and you have all your valuables.
Right.
Then if you want to evacuate after the storm has passed, you can survey your property, make sure it's all secure, and leave at that time. The other thing is gasoline's always a problem.
Sure.
We're in that season. Make sure you have at least half a tank of gas at all times.
Always, yeah. No, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. So your office is even better prepared this year, and you guys have made some improvements. Talk about the Transtar expansion.
Well, Transtar, of course, is the nerve center whenever an emergency comes. And the building itself has been roughly doubled in size, but the Emergency Operations Center has gone from 20-something workstations to 98. And what that means is, unlike what we've seen in other parts of the country where the state doesn't know what the county and the city are doing, we're all in one room, not only with the government agencies, but with the private partners that
Gotcha.
we respond to the storm from. It is the best facility in the entire country.
Sounds like it. And again, we live in an area where you have to always be prepared. I mean, we're in hurricane season. Talk about readyharris.org. I mean, great website. I've been to it. I mean, just see very encompassing.
It is the comprehensive website. Each station has their own website for people to go to too, but readyharris.org is connected to everything you need to know about being prepared for emergencies. Hurricanes, yes, but we have other emergencies too. So this gets you every bit of information you need.
Do you have any idea, I guess it'd probably just be guessing, if we could expect a hurricane or how many hurricanes we could have?
You never know. You know, if you go back through history, those years that were supposed to be heavy hurricane years, nothing happens.
Right.
Look at the last couple of years. Nothing even came into the Gulf. But then you have a year that's supposed to be light, one hurricane, and it gives us a direct hit.
Right.
And that's all we care about. As you said at the beginning, it only takes one. We have to prepare. And we also have to understand that some hurricanes pop up very quickly.
Sure.
We're used to seeing them come across the Atlantic and into the Gulf.
Right, get plenty of time to prepare.
A few years ago, there was one, I think its name was Umberto, who within 24, 48 hours formed and hit the coast.
Yeah, so be prepared. Judge, as always, good talking with you. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
To learn more about the Harris County Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management or other Newsmaker segments, visit ComcastNewsmakers.com. I'm Michael Bybee.